Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, John Howell here. Today we're going to be looking at gold, and I want to talk to you about gold as in like what's happening right now technically basis and why we could be getting just a little bit more of a pullback out of gold. But also we need to keep an eye on what the Fed's going to do, because if the Fed suddenly if the Fed says to us, or actually I'll get to that into this video, right? So I'm gonna share with you what I'm seeing technically, but I'm gonna share with you something that we need to keep an eye on when it comes to the Fed tomorrow with their announcement, and you want to be able to see what's really going on within them and what happens this week, because that's going to be a really determined factor what's going to happen with gold. So let's get straight into it. Before I start, guys, I'm running a flash sale, johnsflashsale.com. You get this whole complete trading course just for $7. I ran this last time and people loved it. I shut it down, so I'm doing it again, guys, just to help out. johnsflashsale.com, or there should be a link in the description. Go get that right now. Just $7, guys. I may do it for another day or so. Moving over now through to gold and what's happening with gold here. Now let's look at technically, and I'm going to get to what the Fed's going to be doing this week moving forward. Now, technically, overall, guys, on the big picture, regardless of what I'm saying right now and what the Fed does, I still have a target of, where is that? I still have a target of around 3,000 on gold. I just think gold is setting up right now as we speak to make an astronomical move, and when it does start to move, it's going to be parabolic. I truly believe that the move is going to be parabolic. But after we complete the cup and handle pattern, if you watched my yesterday's video, you'll be able to see that. But look what's happening right now as we speak in the markets, right? So we definitely got this big V bottom in the markets when it comes to gold. All right, so a very big V bottom in the markets like that. So we're getting a bit of a pullback right now, and we actually could get even more of a pullback down to these levels through here. Maybe even down through to so around the 1800. We're looking at the weekly chart right now, guys. So you can see this major low here is a major level of support. Plus we also have this level here. So if I go, let me go back to the daily chart here for a minute. And you can see that the overall major resistance levels really was, let's actually draw this again. So we're going to go from the sort of the high point to there, and also through to there, and I'm also connecting those points up. So I'm going to probably connect those points up like that. So I'm going to use that trend line, because I'm looking for, obviously this is the starter point here. I'm looking for that to be a starter point. Let's actually take that off the screen. All right, I'm looking for this to be the starter point, resistance here, but I'm also getting this as resistance as well too. So looking at gold, we could indeed get a bit of a pullback down here, but this whole X marks the spot, guys. Right here, X marks the spot with gold. So even if we did get a little bit of a shake and bake, what I mean, a bit of a pullback in the short-term basis, I don't believe it's going to be that big, that long-term. And I definitely do see we're likely to continue up moving forward. So, but once again, guys, even if we did get a little bit of a short-term pullback, there's major support level through here. And I truly believe that if we go back to the bottom, then the bottom formation, we can see this V bottom is probably going to create something like that. And then once we start to see this move here, then it's going to be parabolic moving forward. Now, let's actually talk about the Fed coming up. I think it's tomorrow. They're doing the whole FOMC. Yeah, tomorrow. So depends on what actually happens with the Fed. There's a few things that's going to happen here. If the Fed simply says we're going to stay the course, nothing's changing, and we're going to keep doing what you're doing, meaning then they're not going to stop their purchases. They're going to continue to stay the interest rates at that level there. Nothing's going to change. They're on course and nothing's going to change. If that's the terminology and that's what happens tomorrow, then guess what? Inflation's going to continue to go wild. If they're not going to do anything to try to even slow down inflation is going to, that's not transitory. What we're seeing right now is just the start. And if the Fed continues to let this thing go, guess what's going to be massive for gold? It's going to be inflation, right? Inflation's going to be massive for gold. Maybe even for Bitcoin as well too. I don't know, right? But it's going to be massive for gold. It's going to be massive for commodities. mining stocks, those sort of things. And also, I also see it being very, very, very that what they do through there and what plans there. I see a massive boom coming in the tech sector. So the tech sector, I see a massive 20% rise in the Nasdaq. If the Fed continues to stay the course of what they're doing right now, continue with the quantitative easing, continue just staying where they are right now, stay on the course. But if they start to reverse that, then that's when the danger could happen, right? Now they're saying, whoa, we need to put the brakes on. We have to slow down the purchases, blah, 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 right? All that sort of stuff. So they're the few things, guys, you want to keep an eye for, as in what's happening with the Fed tomorrow. As in, like, what happens with the Fed tomorrow could actually spell possibly even a correction actually in the stock market itself as well too. If they start to put the brakes on tomorrow, then that may cause a correction in the stock market. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I just think they're going to I think they're going to let this thing keep going until it's too late, and then they're going to try to put a lid on it, and then it's going to be too late. That's what I personally think. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the chat box below. Do you think the Fed's going to start to put a lid on inflation and try to calm these markets down, or do you think they're going to let it out? We're going to see gold fly to 4,000 or 5,000. Commodities are going to start to take off like a rocket. Mining sector is going to start to take off as well too. Even stocks and so on and so forth. We're going to see a massive, massive boom because of all the quantitative easing in the markets. Leave me a comment in the chat box below. Also, make sure, guys, you go down and grab your $7 trading course of, again, just $7, johnsflashsale.com. Link in the description, and I will speak to you guys real soon.